Hello everyone, I'm Bharti Trehan from DQChannels and today we are joined by Upkar Sharma, AVP Cybersecurity Data IT Networks. So today Upkar is going to discuss with us how partners are moving from solution delivery to owning security outcome with growing focus on managed services, MDR and continuous risk management. So thank you so much Upkar for joining us today. And a very warm welcome on our set. And I hope आज सुबह से आपका दिन अच्छा बीता है. So मैं ये कॉन्वर्सेशन स्टार्ट करना चाहूँगी डेटा आईटी नेटवर्क्स की जर्नी से. कैसे इवॉल्व हुआ, हाउ हैज बीन देयर फॉर दीज मेनी इयर्स, when did it come to formation and things around that?
So basically Delta IT Network having an experience more than 20 years plus. So when we have started, we have a vision to create a company where we can provide solution into end-to-end services, whether it's having cloud, cyber security, networking, compute, or server storage. So as in today we talk about Delta IT Network has evolved into a full stack digital transformation partner, having capabilities around cloud, cyber security, or the managed services, the network part, making a complete data center from end to end scratch. So if we talk about last few years, we have moved from largely transactional model to a service-led approach where we are continuously engaged with our customers. So this includes like cloud management, security operations, or the services around advisory, and ensuring the things we are not just deploying the solutions, but we live the journey throughout with our customers.
Right. So, इतने सालों की जर्नी में you must have faced some issues as well. Any major setback or any kind of challenge which you have faced, and you want to share any short review or short summary about it?
So basically, in the last span of 20 years, it's a full of a journey of learnings and the challenges. And as a company, the best part is we learn from those challenges and kept increasing the manpower, the things, the sources to overcome those challenges. So the vision of the company is of the service-led organization. So if we talk about, we now have capabilities around all these verticals, as in we have the engineers around these services. So the major agenda was to give the services to the customers.
Right.
So agar customer is happy throughout the journey, so that makes Delta IT Network feels more proud.
Sure. So where does cybersecurity fit in your portfolio, and where do you see it going moving forward?
So basically, cybersecurity is a core layer of our entire portfolio rather than just a standalone offering. So whether it's cloud, whether it's infrastructure or the endpoints, it integrates with everything which we are delivering to our customers. We have also built in operational capabilities like SOC to support continuous monitoring, but our major focus is to provide end-to-end security outcomes. So cyber security will be our continue to be our key growth driver for us for the next few years.
Right. So what are the customer expectation right now? Are they expecting you more rather than only deployment issues? Or they are expecting that you will provide them tailored solutions? And how is your role changing, let's say, in the past few years? You have noticed how you are evolving with the customer expectation.
So basically, customers nowadays has changed their perspective. They are moving from product-oriented to a solution-oriented approach. So basically, that gives us power to shift to from product-oriented approach to a service-led organization, where the advisory services will be the thing which we are giving to our customers. So it includes from advisory to implementation, plus then we are just a kind of monitor their services, which provides them feel like their system is now secure on day or a day out.
When we talk about customers, we also talk about business. So from the business perspective, where do you think is it the revenue coming from the recurring services or from the one-time projects? Has the balance really shifted, or is it the same?
So basically, more than 80% of our business of cybersecurity is recurring year on year, and we are seeing an exponential growth within this sector from this financial year. So if we talk about the deployment of infrastructure or networking solutions are still there, but the recurring business is the key which we are seeing that gives us power to get interactive with the customers, where we feel their pain on day or day out, the discussions we had with them. So the recurring kind of business is the thing which is giving us the power to understand our customers more. So the shift is building a long-term commitment with the customers and help us for the predictive growth which we predict.
Right. Adding on to the business perspective, where do you see the momentum is gaining? Is it in MDR, SOC, risk advisory, VCSO, or incident response?
So basically, if we talk about a thing like managed detection and response, all the services like SOC is getting momentum right now. So customers are moving towards these services as they want to feel themselves secure. So they trust the companies who's having better capabilities, better resources, who can give them a better kind of sleep when they are homes, that their infrastructure is secure. But we also see the things in advisory services like VCSOs or the kind of risk management things in the kind of mid-large enterprises companies. So they seek these services too. So there are kind of mix of views on both the services. So in my view, both the advisory or the product oriented or the managed kind of services having a mixed kind of momentum, having different mindset of customers.
Okay. So you are majorly serving big enterprises or MSMEs or SMBs. Which kind of customer base you have?
So basically, as we have a kind of this large span of time we spend in the market, having more than experience of 20 plus years. So we will be having a mix of customers with ourselves, so which are associated with us from last few or kind of decade of years. So the major customers which we are serving is the kind of large SMB enterprises. A few of them are enterprise customers, and the few which are associated with us from long time are SMBs. So we have the mix kind of setup of customers with us.
So is our customer pushing for the stronger SLAs and faster response commitments as accountability increases?
Yes, basically the customer expectations around SLAs has increased significantly. Customer expectations are like they want faster response, a better kind of the visibility or the monitoring of the things. So basically customer wants us to give them a kind of clear pictures of their infrastructure, and but they expect us to respond on time, and they just want us to be ready in stage whenever they need.
Right.
So that requires a kind of the resources or the talented kind of manpower. So we have invested on those the kind of resources, the infrastructure, the operational capabilities to match the expectation of customers, basically, which they required.
So one point you have talked about manpower. So do you think as cybersecurity is a very fast-paced changing technology domain? So do you think that people are skilled enough to be a part of a cybersecurity based enterprise like your Delta IT network? So is there any gap between the upskilling of the manpower, or is there any issues which you face while you recruit new people, or you upskill the already present employees?
So that's the challenge which is facing by throughout the industry. So as an organization, what we are doing is we want our skill set or our resources to be fit with the alignment of what today's requirement in the industry. So we are just into things which kind of resources can handle the things. So we kind of organized kind of trainings or other sessions or the kind of new initiatives for the team to learn with what is the new in the market, basically, as we seeing the things, the capabilities of AI, the capabilities of the security is now changing day by day. So basically it depends how easily you adapt the things, and you see ki you have the a capability to change yourself, to learn new and give the better results. So that's what all matter. And the challenge is there to find out a good resource.
Right.
So that can be a big challenge which facing by the industry right now. So how we are becoming throughout these challenges, we prepare our kind of resources to be ready for the things.
Right. So we have already talked about from the skills perspective, but we talk about from if what kind of investments are required in building a 24/7 security capability. Is it automation, partnerships, or platforms?
So basically, building a 24/7 support capability requires a mix of talented resources, the automation, or the infrastructure platform. So as an organization, we have invested in three of the required things. So basically, customers right now requires a better visibility, a better outcome, rather than just deploying a security tools. So to manage those tools, we must have that kind of talented resources, but the kind of operational capabilities to monitor the things,
Right.
or the kind of response time which that can be automated through using the AI capabilities, or the kind of things which can deliver you a better solution rather than just deploying the tools.
Right. So when you move towards managed services, so does it improves long-term profitability, or it adds on the pressure on the margins?
So basically, the managed services do require upfront a kind of investments on the talented resources or on the platforms. So if we talk about managed services, gives us a predictive business growth, the better a kind of conversation with the customers, or we better understand our customers. So the managed services is the a kind of services which gives us a better clarity for our kind of a future, a business perspective, or a growth which we predict that this is the recurring business which we are kind of getting from the next few years. So, right, the managed services required upfront a kind of investment, but in coming few years, that can be a profitable business having a clear picture and the more kind of a good relationship with the customers as we understand their business, their infrastructure very well in those kind of particular years which we are giving them the services.
So lastly, if we talk about what would be the biggest challenge from a reseller mindset to a continuous risk management approach, is it talent? Is it pricing? Is it customer readiness or internal change?
So, as per my kind of prospect, the biggest the challenge which the company is facing are the mindset. So, they must change their mindset from a transactional-led business to a continuous service-led approach that gives them to understand the services of the customers, and it basically depends on how the internal employees are thinking and how customers is seeing the values. So it's a mix of the things, how we behave in that kind of environment. Plus, it's not just about kind of selling a solution to our customers. It's just like how we are delivering them a risk-free kind of services and how they perceive those services in their environment.
So thank you so much, Upkar. You have given answer to all my questions today and spent so much time with us. And I hope in the future as well, we'll keep having more such conversations around Delta IT network, around cybersecurity.
We'll definitely do these sessions.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Bharti.